Hi, welcome to the Bokke Rugby Show. I'm Warren.
I'm Mika. Welcome to the announcement of the Springbok team, not squad, team to play against the Pumas of Argentina on Saturday, 9 o'clock in the evening, Central European time in Buenos Aires.
Ay caramba.
Ay caramba. Que cones de grande.
Muy bien.
Now, look, it's going to be good. The team is out, so let's not fuck around. Let's get straight into the team so we can talk about it. We got the 23-man squad, and then we'll talk about the 3 that didn't make it because they took 26 to Argentina. 3 didn't make it, or 3 decided not. Rassi, let's have a look at it. Let's go thing by thing. First of all, it is the Springbok team announcement. Doesn't that look good? And then, yeah, it does. Of course, it does. And then let's have a look what else. What has Rassi come up with, boys and girls? What has Rassi come up with? Rassi, the great one. We are not worthy. The GOAT. I mean, is there a discussion in the world of rugby that he is the greatest coach of all times, isn't he?
My eyes, he is.
Definitely the greatest South African coach of all times.
Oh, that's not a question. You know, I've got that green and gold filter over my eyes, so.
Well, it's not a filter if you're only judging South African coaches. It's not a filter. Good evening, Anu. But let's have a look. Let's get straight into it. Vern, you announce the positions. I'll put the player's name out there.
Just 1 second. I just want to get the chat up.
Janlu's in the house. Brandon's in the house.
I'll be there.
Janlu's talking cock. The All Blacks said they really fear the Stormers. That the Stormers can't even beat Boerland, man. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Nice. Ernst is in the house. Yes, lots of people. So, Vern, let's start off with the number 1 position. You're going to say the positions, the number, and everything. I'm going to put the player out there.
On the loose head position, we have
Buan Fenter, baby.
Buan Fenter.
Yeah, no, not a surprise. Not a surprise. Look, we know Rassi does Rassi things.
That's the only controversial position I have. He's played a couple of times out of the box. He's been yanked off every time before half-time or at half-time. Yes, Rassi tells he hasn't got that intensity yet, but he still gets a chance.
But listen here. He better take off his watch that he has on in the picture here because that's dangerous. But no, look, I like Buan Fenter. The problem with I think a lot of South Africans don't get to see him as much if he was playing, you know, because he played in the URC. I think he's going to South Africa again now, huh? Back to the shop.
I think he's still at Edinburgh, I'm not sure.
But I think he's coming back to the Bulls, something like that. But no, I like that pick because we've got to have a little bit of depth there, you know. I mean, we know Ox is going to start against New Zealand.
Yes.
But who would you have put there instead of Buan?
That's a good question.
No, I mean, who else? Who else have we still got that you could have put there?
That is a good question. Who would you put out there? Good evening, guys.
But let's move on.
Come on. Okay, let's move on.
Number 2.
The hooker for the box.
Johan Grobler. Look, he is the number 2 hooker behind Malcolm Marx. I think he will be in the squad next week, in 2 weeks' time, in the 23 that faces Argentina. He will be on the bench because he's the true replacement to Malcolm Marx.
It's looking like it, yeah. I would have liked maybe a Andre Fenter there from the Stormers. He's pretty good.
And he should play against the All Blacks this weekend. Let him play. Now prove yourself first.
Prove yourself. No, that's his master.
Mo. Mo's question is, when is Rassi announcing his team for Saturday? We're doing it right now, son. This came out 5 minutes ago. This is 5 minutes old news. This is Rassi's team. So Grobler at 2. Keep on going, Vern.
On the tight head position, we have
Thomas fucking Tank. Thomas the Tank. She's like, when I see Thomas the Tank, I've got to drink something, man.
No, I mean, Thomas the Toy, I think he is our best tight head. He is absolutely must. He is coming back, I think.
So you think it's between him and Vilcolo who starts?
I think he's got Vilcolo's number.
You think he's got Vilcolo's number? Then get into our locks, Vern.
At number 4, we have the eye doctor himself.
Eben. Eben, can you make an inspection of my eyes? I can't see straight.
Oh man,
he needs this game.
It's going to be interesting because he's coming back from, I think it was concussion protocol injury. So is Louis de Jager, who is the number 5. We'll get into that afterwards. So that lock position is a bit...
Look, for me, there's one lock. At the moment, I would say the 2 strongest locks we have at the moment are Kobus Visser and Juan Nortje.
I would have to agree with you on that one.
But we'll see.
But if Eben is 100%, and that is just the question.
If Eben's 100% fit, he's still maybe the best loose lock in the world. If he's 100% fit.
100%.
But let's be honest, he hasn't been 100% fit for 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay? Then we move on to the other lock. Number 5. Louis de Jager. He needs playing time. He's been injured a while as well there. Got injured in the Japanese league. Guys, we'll get into the chat. Once we've done the 23, we'll get into the chat.
Yeah.
So
what a servant for the box.
I've never seen him play a bad game. I've never seen him go under. You know, if you're giving notes from 5 to 10, or like 10 being the best and 1 being fucking, shoot yourself and never play rugby again. This man has never been under a 6 for me. Never.
He's always been good, but
Steady Eddie.
Steady Eddie, that's a hard one. No, come. I mean, you've got Eben Etzebeth, Louis de Jager, Franco Mostert, RJ Snyman who's still missing there out of that one, Ron Nortje, Kobus Visser now, Simon Morat. You're shit, blessed, man.
We are blessed. Okay, let's move into the loose forwards. You start us off there, Vern.
Loose forward at number 6, please.
We're not worthy, Captain Fantastic. I think, listen here, we have to enjoy every game from now on that we see Sia play for the Springboks, because I don't think he plays another 20 games for the Springboks. I don't think he might. If he goes to the World Cup, I think that's his last. I think he gets lucky if he plays another 10 games for the Springboks.
Yeah, it's not just him. It's Eben Etzebeth. I think they're on their last legs. But what servants for the team?
That's without a discussion. We're not even discussing that. I mean, you cannot take anything away from these guys. But
no.
But Father Time is unbeaten. Remember that.
Otherwise, we would be there.
I mean, look, he's a Neo Stormer now. We need him. Look, I think you take him to the World Cup. Even if you don't take him as a player, I think you take him as an assistant coach or a mentor or something like that. But we'll see. I think he'll just make the squad for the World Cup. Unless Paul de Villiers keeps going. I think Paul de Villiers is our starting number 6 at the moment.
At the moment, I would say so too. Paul, he just played well, man.
Paul de Villiers.
He's not yet.
For me, Paul de Villiers and Kobus Visser are the 2 players this season that have impressed me the most. Then at number 7, woo, Eldridge Lowe.
Had a questionable season for the Bulls there.
He was injured, don't forget. Huh?
Yeah, he was injured for a long time. If he's also 100% fit, what a player, man.
If he's 100% fit, he's in the Springbok squad on the plane to New Zealand. Because that's how good he was playing before his injury.
Before his injury, yeah. So we'll have to see about that one. Looking forward to that.
Then a guy that I don't rate as much as other people at our number 8, Cameron Hanekom. I don't rate him as much as others. He's not in the same league as Kobus Visser.
Jasper Visser.
Jasper Visser, I'm sorry. I mean, Jasper Visser is like fucking diamond, and Hanekom is maybe copper.
No, but okay, he's also been plagued with a lot of injuries, but he's still a young man, and I think if he can get that injury monkey off his back, have a couple of seasons where he's not injured and play some decent rugby.
Vern, time out. Just have one season that he's not injured. Start with one. Take baby steps. Make one step at a time. Have one season without injury. This man he's been more injured than he's played rugby in the last 2-3 years.
He's been but who else? Who would you say is behind Jasper Visser for that number 8 role?
I'm telling you now. Marco van Staden. He can play that role. I like Vincent. I think Vincent can play that role as well.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. We'll see. Then, Vern, our number
baby.
9. Our number
Another
9.
old age pensioner.
Kobus Reinach.
In my eyes, our best scrum half. Sorry, that's our best scrum half we've got.
I think he is the best scrum half because I think he's as cool as a fucking iceberg, man. This man he doesn't panic.
He doesn't panic. Grant Williams is quicker. Grant Williams sometimes just, I don't know, clicks out of the game somehow. And I think Kobus Reinach is definitely our main guy. We've got to keep him fit because scrum half is not our strength position.
No. Then we move to our fly half. And that's our favorite radio station that is playing Sasha Feinberg Mongazulu. Look, another one. I put him in the same bracket as Cameron Hanekom. He could be a great rugby player. He could be one of the best in the world. He's got to stay healthy. He's another player that's been injured more in the last 2 years than he's played rugby.
He is a phenomenal talent, but I haven't seen him deliver consistency. You know what I mean?
Listen here. I'm going to go as far as to say this. There's things that this kid can do that no one else in world rugby can do. He can be the best player in the world. Now, if he could improve his kicking, I'm not saying by 50%, by 25%, he would officially be the best fly half in the world. Because he's going to score tries, he can run, his crossfield kicking is phenomenal. That is all good. Look, he's high risk. Yeah. And at the moment, most of the games it pays off for him. What he needs to do, he has to improve his kicking because we all know Rugby World Cups. You know, some teams have to win 3 times in a row by 1 point to become world champions, and it was all down to one man's boot that made that possible.
Yeah, Sasha is... I think we hype him up a bit too much.
Definitely. Look, not me. You know me. I've always been very critical of him because I think he's a phenomenal rugby player. I don't think he's a phenomenal fly half.
Exactly.
I think he can be the world's best rugby player. I don't know if he can be the world's best fly half. Sometimes I think this man should play a different position. Or if you had a Thomas Ramos at 15 who was kicking, perfect. If he played for France at number 10, this man, give him the Ballon d'Or or whatever you call it in fucking rugby, he can book it for 5 years in a row. But because he also kicks, I mean, look, I think Faf de Klerk kicks better. I think Cheslin Colby kicks better.
Yeah.
I think Marnie kicks better.
Oh, fucking hell. I don't know about that.
I'm going out on a limb here, you know.
No, but listen here. Sasha is, like I said before, if he could consistently have good games, I will change my mind. But so far, it's just not happening.
There you go. Then,
on the left wing,
Ethan, the hooker.
This boy is mustard.
Listen here, this is another one. Too many injuries.
Yeah, but is that because they play too much, or they
fucking play too much? I haven't seen him play for the Sharks for 2 years almost. He played too much. URC has had 18 games. He played 3. Played too much. No, look, I just think a little bit, this new generation, a little bit brittle.
They are a bit brittle. But he is a phenomenal player. It's one of those young players that has got a great future ahead of him. And he can also play so many different positions. You can play the 11, you can play the 12, the 13, the 14. And I don't know, you could maybe even do a little Esterhazen and put him down.
A little bit loose forward, something like that. Yeah, he's a big boy. Talking about Esterhazen. Let's put him out there. Andre Esterhazen, for me, the most hybrid rugby player on the planet. I mean, we always had Kwaka there, the Mr. Hybrid. But Andre Esterhazen taken hybrid rugby to another level. Let's be honest. I mean, the man's built like a tank. He runs like a jet aeroplane. I mean, he's quick as hell. He's as strong as an ox. I mean, listen here. I was listening to a podcast yesterday and they were saying some of the old New Zealand rugby players, they were talking about when the first time after apartheid and they could go play in 1992, they played against the Springboks on a tour. And they said, the best rugby player that they ever seen in their whole life come out of South Africa was Donnie Gerber. They said he's the greatest South African rugby player ever because he's kind of like Andre Esterhuizen on steroids. He was strong, quick. He just had everything. And I think Esterhuizen, I mean, this man plays flanker. This man can play lock. This man can play 11, 12, 13, 14. Fuck, this guy can play everything because he can do everything.
Maybe even kicks better than Sasha.
Let's give him a try at kicking. But I do know one thing. He's definitely on the plane because of that.
Yeah.
He is on the plane. He's one oak that's got it nailed down on the plane because Rassie, you put him in, you don't start the guy. You put him on that number 22, 23 position or 21 position. And whatever happens, you've got somebody that can fill most gaps.
You can also, when you can start him, you can start him on the wing.
Listen here.
And then you can just put him down there.
He will start for every team that's probably other than New Zealand.
Yeah.
At the 12 and 13 position. I mean, listen here. He's not let's be honest, he's not Damien de Linde on the 12.
No.
He's just not that. So
he's decent, man.
But he's decent. Let's move on to the 13 man. Tell us the position.
Outside centre, man.
There you go. The man that I said, I got 3 more years. I said he'd be world rugby player within 5 years. I've still got 3 years.
Yeah.
And look, I think he's an unbelievable talent. He'll give you 6 great games and then he'll disappear for 1. Now, you've always got to hope that the one that he disappears for is when he plays for the Bulls. He's never had a real bad game for the Springboks, let's be honest. So I also think he's another one who's nailed on for the plane,
I don't know. I don't know.
Look, he's not ahead of Jesse Creel. I don't think he's ahead of Jesse Creel in that 13 spot.
No, I don't think so either. The only thing he's got going for him is the youth. But
and
he must have a better performance, definitely.
And don't forget, and he's very quick. Then our number 14, which is the right wing.
Right wing?
Edwin van der Merwe, another player I think will be on the plane because he can play multiple positions. He can cover at fullback. He can cover in a lot of positions.
Yeah, but I think he's that same type of player as Kirkley Arendse and as Cheslin Colby. The same height, the same build.
Well, it's good if we have 3 of them that are the same.
Of course it's good, but I personally would like maybe a bigger wing, a stronger wing. But that's just me.
Then
the chat's going bonkers, man.
All right. Now, this is a guy I think is in trouble. Fullback. I think he's in trouble. Because he has not had a good game for the Springboks in a while.
Hasn't had a good game for anybody for a while.
What's his name? Damien Willemse is the number 1 fullback.
Yeah. But listen here, a year ago we were talking how good he is.
And I'm telling you now, I'm thinking about something here. Would Rassie use Pollard as a backup fullback?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I'm telling you now, on Saturday, Pollard's playing fullback. He's kind of come on for this man and not on for what's his name, for Sasha. I'm telling you now.
Now, listen here, there are some great up-and-coming fullbacks coming up. Sayaya there, he is phenomenal. Even Kuhn Horn had a great season there for the Lions as well. I think he hasn't booked his place yet.
I think he's in trouble. He hasn't had a good season for the Sharks in 2 years.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's in there. Then let's get to our replacements off the bench. We'll start there.
1 second, I just want to get into the chat quickly. Guys, to the chat, we will discuss this afterwards. After the team is announced, we'll get into the chat.
We'll get into the chat, don't worry. Then at number 16, we have Jan-Henrik Wessels, another man that is very, very, poly positions. He can play a lot of positions.
Especially in that front row. I think he's booked.
I think he's phenomenal. Then at number 17, we have Gerard Steenkamp.
Also phenomenal.
Look, I think Look, he's also one that can play. He can play the prop position. He can play the hooker position. You can use him in multiple positions.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Then your boy there from the Stormers, Zachary Porthen, at number 18.
I'm glad he got the nod ahead of Wilco Low, because he's the future. You know what I mean? Get him in there. And he's played well. He's played well for the Boks and for the Stormers.
Then Ben Jason Dixon at 19. I think he's been one of the best players in that Northern Southern Hemisphere competition, the Rugby Championship, or what do you want to call it, Nations Championship. I thought he played phenomenally well for the Springboks in those 3 tests. I think he's been one of the best Stormers in the last 12 months.
He definitely played better than Evan Ruiz. I mean, come on.
I know, Evan Ruiz is not making the squad anymore. Evan Ruiz can take his blonde, wavy hair and go surf in Cape Town on the beach, like off Seal Island or something like that.
We'll see him on Friday. Never mind.
We'll see him on Friday. Then Quibus Visser, for me, the man that has made the biggest impression in the last 3 tests. I thought he was phenomenal. I think not a lot of people had him making the Springbok squad. I think if he keeps this up, there's no way Rassie leaves him at home.
Yeah, then you'll have to leave one of the old guard, Louis de Jager, Franco Mostert, or something like that, Evan Etzebeth.
Look, is Archie going to be healthy? Oh, I like Quibus Visser a lot. I like him a lot.
He must have, man.
Then we have Marco van Staden. Mr. Reliable, Mr. Solid, Mr. 100% all the time. I like him a lot. Also another player that can play 6, 7, 8. Can play the hooker. Yeah, nice guy to have in your team because he never lets you down, Marco van Staden. Never.
No, he's also
he reminds me a lot of Kwaka.
Oh, the Kwaka. That's the guy I was...
Kwaka's still missing, man. Mr.
He's
Utility is
back
missing.
as well for that 8 position there. Or anywhere on that loose forward. No, Marco van Staden, I think he also definitely on the plane just because of his versatility.
There's going to be a lot of people upset because a lot of people are going to stay at home. Then,
there's a lot of people going to miss out, man.
Then we have 2 more players. Our number 22, Morne van der Berg.
Also back from injury. Fuck. If it took... that's a tough one because...
For me, I thought Ambrose Papier should be here.
Exactly. I mean, I still don't know why Rassie yanked him off after half time. He had such a good game. I don't know why, but Rassie we trust.
Listen here. Because for me, Quibus is 1, Grant Williams is 2, but I think Grant Williams will start next 2 weeks from now. I actually got Ambrose Papier at 3 at the moment.
Definitely.
But somebody we can't count out that has been playing phenomenal, even though it's only the Curry Cup. Al-Fafi, the blonde-haired angel. Can he, all of a sudden, if he gives a good season with the Cheetahs, maybe in the Rugby, in the Challenge Cup, have a good season? You never know. Rassie doesn't give a shit about names, huh?
Fafi, you see him at the Curry Cup. He's such a cool customer. Doesn't panic, nothing.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Look, I can tell you how it was for me. When I was playing in the highest division, and then I came back home to my local team, and they were 2 divisions below, I felt like everybody else was standing still on the field. You come, when you're playing, let's say you're playing for the Springboks, and then you're playing Curry Cup against fucking the Sharks and the Stormers, you feel like you bloody, God himself.
True.
Then, number 3, last but not least, Andre Pollard.
What do I want to say? Legend.
Look, not the greatest last 18 months of rugby.
No.
But I still trust him the most if we need a kick.
Yeah, but he had a phenomenal last game. The last game he played.
Yes, he was good. It was good. Maybe he's peaking again at the right time.
Yeah, you never know.
And Pollard is not just a number 10. People forget. This man, he's got the body. He's a tough cookie. He can play other positions if you need him,
He can definitely play that 12 position. I don't know about the fullback, but of course he can. He can kick the ball. He can play fullback.
Of course, there you go. So that is your starting 23. Before we get into discussion and everything, these are the 3 players that went with, that didn't make the team. Kuhn Horn, Herschel Yankees. I don't know why Herschel Yankees is there. I thought it had to be Ambrose Papier, I'll be honest with you. And then Wilco Louw. We don't need to see Wilco Louw in these games. Wilco Louw is solid, man.
Yeah, but he also hasn't had much Springbok time. He's just a big unit. I don't know if Rassie wants.
What's the other guy that's missing? The big boy, Manus van der Merwe. Also missing still.
Also missing. You got old Mchunu there that can still.
Mchunu, but he stayed at home as well. But yeah, so that is I'll put it out there. That is our Springbok team facing Argentina. Now, guys, I saw a lot of your stuff in there. Moody is overrated. I saw in there. Look, that's a good thing. We all have an opinion, right?
Yeah.
For me, if I'm Aldridge Lowe and Hanekom, best pairing in world rugby, in my opinion. Fucking hell, you must be drunk as fucking shit.
Yeah,
you want to tell me that on the 8, you're not taking Jasper Visser and Peter Steph du Toit? Peter Steph du Toit, Jasper Visser is not as good as Aldridge Lowe, Cameron Hanekom. You just disqualified you, and everybody knows you're a dumbass now. I mean,
I just want to get into another chat. AJS7974 says Ox, Malcolm Marx, Peter Steph, Willemse, and Jasper Visser all locked in, and I'll have to agree with him on that.
No, I would add in Damien De Linde, locked in at 12. Yeah. Definitely locked in. I think Chesland locked in at 14.
Yes, he's definitely locked in.
Kirkley Arneson locked in at 11. Definitely.
I think players like even a Sasha FM, I think, are locked.
Sasha's locked. I think Marnie and Sasha are locked in with Pollard. I think our 3 kickers are locked.
They're locked. I don't think anybody has. I don't think any other. There's not another fly half out there. We don't have another one coming up. Fusi Moya is still young. He's not going to make it. Otherwise,
it's still 12 months to go. That is 12. Well, a little bit more than 12 months. I do feel one thing. The thing is, Rassie will have a hard time picking the 33 for the World Cup. Of course, they are going to be a shit. Look, I was looking at it yesterday, right? And I put all of them out there, and I looked at that. I've got that big list. Yeah. I've got 71 players that Rassie has nominated. 71 players in the last 18 months. 71. 71 players have put on the Springbok jersey, Vern. 71. He's got to take 33.
That's going to be... Listen, all Rassie can hope for is that the players that he thinks are nailed on, that they are fit. That would be great. And then I still think, I don't know if even Etzebeth or Asio Khaleesi,
Lut de Jager,
Franco Mostert, I don't know if they're going to be there.
I mean, Bongi is nothing anymore. He's done, I think.
Yeah.
You know, Bongi's not in this one. Vincent Koch is not here. Kwacha is not here. Archie's not here. There are a few players that are not here. But
Kwacha's definitely coming back. But I don't think Vincent Koch gets back into the team. I don't think Bongi gets back in the team. Yeah. It's going to be a tough old...
Well, I hope it's really tough on Rassie, because I wish for every player to be 100% fit when he decides to nominate the team, and then we'll see who stays at home and who doesn't. We know. Listen, I think you've got to put it in your head that 1 or 2 of our superstars will not make it due to injury.
Yes.
That's just the way life goes, you know.
That's just the way it goes. I would say 2-3 of them won't make it because of injury, definitely, if not more.
But yeah. I'm telling you now, if tomorrow's the World Cup final, we're playing, I don't know who we're playing, France in the final or New Zealand. My team is going to be Oxenche at 1, Malcolm Marx at 2, Thomas du Toit at 3. Right now I'm going Ruan Nokia and Kobus Visser, 4 and 5.
I'll have to agree with that one.
6 I'm going Paul de Villiers.
Yes, agree.
7 I'm going Peter Steph du Toit.
Agree.
8 Jasper Visser.
Agree.
I'm going 9 Grant Williams.
I go Kobus Reinach.
10, I'll go Sasha.
I'll go Pollard.
11 is clear for me, Kirtley.
Bertley Arendse.
12, Delinde. 13, Kriel. 14,
Yep.
Colby. 15, Damian Willemse.
I'd have to agree on you on that one.
So we're only disagreeing on the 9 and 10.
Which is a problem.
I don't give a fuck if it's a weak Argentinian team. I don't give a shit if it's a weak. That's not my problem. For I don't care if the Argentinians put out their under 6 or their under 8. Don't let them fucking annihilate them. That's what I don't understand. I told my players when I was a professional coach, who gives a shit what the other team puts out? Will you play every game like that's the world's best team and you try to run over them? It doesn't matter. I don't care if you. Who is it our problem they put out a weaker team? It's the same as all you Stormers fans and Sharks fans, me being one of them, or the Bulls, well, in the Curry Cup, we don't take it serious. Well, is that my fucking problem? If I'm Boerland or the Pumas or the Cheetahs or the Lions. If you don't want to put out a strong team, then don't. Who gives a shit? I hope the Springboks wallop them by 100 points. You know, like I told you, if I'm playing against the kindergarten team, if I had a son, the kindergarten team, and there were 5-year-olds, fucking hell, I'm nailing them, I'm spearing them. Fucking, there's no, when you play to win. There's no, they have a weaker team. Weaker teams are gat, man.
No, listen here. Not just that, you'll be playing against players that maybe haven't had an opportunity yet, which will absolutely thrive on that one. So you never know.
AJ says the Stormers might beat the All Blacks. No, they won't.
No.
No. The only team I think have a real chance are the Lions, because they play them after the first test. 3 days after the first test, they play the All Blacks. They're the only team. The other teams are all playing the All Blacks beforehand. The Stormers will play a full squad of All Blacks this weekend.
Yeah, but I think the All Blacks will put out a very strong team as well, and they will destroy the Stormers.
Look, they are going to put their best team out against the Stormers, because they have got 2 weeks break before that first test. And then against the Sharks, they could send their under 20s, let's be honest, because the Sharks will cuck. Okay? And then they have the Bulls. The Bulls will be a little bit better. And then they have the Lions in the midweek. That's most probably the toughest one from the schedule in the midweek.
Yeah. But listen here, it's a very strong box team against Argentina. The Argentina team hasn't been announced, but we've heard that they are going to rest a couple of players. But I don't give a shit. It's a test match. It's taken seriously.
AJ says the All Blacks are going to have a very experimental team. Now, guys, just one second. How fucking experimental can their team be? They've taken 44 of their best players in the world. So you're telling me if Roy God doesn't play and Ratima plays, it's experimental. And if Ruben Love doesn't play but Barrett plays, experimental.
No.
Or Proctor doesn't play but Caleb Clark plays. Or Wallace Atiti doesn't play but Tupovai. They can't go experiment. They got 44 players that almost probably their second team would beat every other nation in the world other than the Springboks.
Yeah. No, experimental. There's not a 44-man squad there that's experimental in the New Zealand. No.
Matty Dickinson is on the drugs again. The Sharks will thrash the All Blacks. Matty's just a dick.
Matty, just say no. Don't do it.
Dion Ferree, Ahmad, Andre Hugo Venter, Sas, Galant, Hartzenberg, Imad Khan. That's a good team. That team can't even can't even win in the Curry Cup, man.
No, listen here. No, I'm not even getting into that one. I love my Stormers, but they're getting hammered. Good one, Lawrence.
I think the Stormers lose by 30.
They're getting hammered.
I can't see the ABs. No.
That's their first test. They would want to come out and put down a marker.
And I also think, a lot of people think, I think Rennie's has taken 44 people. We'll know his team tomorrow. We're going to have a program on that tomorrow. I just can't see, I don't think in the 4 tests that he goes against the Springboks that he'll change a lot. I think the 4 test games, I think
didn't change much there in the Nations Championship.
No, I think he'll have 23. He used 26 players or 27 players in the Nations Championship, right? 23 is on the match day. So he changed 4. I can't see him doing much more than that. Unless there's bigger injuries and stuff like that. The Stormers will lose heavily, I think. It also depends on who the Stormers play. I mean, you know, are there any Springboks that have gone now? They play on? I don't think so.
No.
Well, the Bulls can't go full URC strong because Russie's not releasing all the players.
No.
So I can't see a Hanekom playing for the Bulls.
No. It'll be come on, forget about it.
No, Rennie, I agree with Cameron. Rennie's not changing a lot. I will be surprised if Rennie uses more than 30 players out of his 44 against the Springboks. Against the other teams, sure. Against the URC dog shit, no problem. But not against the Springboks.
Yeah.
Rassie released Papier, that's all the Bulls needs. You guys are going to come down to earth. The arrogance of some of the South Africans is unbelievable. This is the fucking All Blacks. It's the second strongest rugby team in the world.
Yeah.
And they're not far off the South Africa. It's not like they're a country mile away from South Africa. No. If the South Africans don't bring their A game, New Zealand win.
And you're playing against the Stormers that have lost some of their best players for the Springboks. They're going to get hammered. Come on.
Well, Aldridge Lowe and Hanekom can go because they're not going to be playing in the top in the 23 that faces the All Blacks in any case. So that's what I mean. And you're telling me they're the best. Send them back to their clubs. There you go. But that's the Springbok team. Great to have the show. Guys, listen here. Before we fuck off, join us later for the DEFCON Rugby show. That's at 9 o'clock. We're going to talk Curry Cup, Team of the Week. We'll talk a little bit about the Springboks. We'll show you some pictures from Lawrence. He was in the stadium on the weekend. That was nice. I think it's going to be a fantastic series. I'm still not 100% sure if it's 3-1 Springboks or 2-2.
I'm going 3-1 Boks.
You're going 3-1 Boks. I can't see a 4-0. And I can't see a 4-0 for New Zealand either. Can't see one team sweeping.
I will see a 2-2 if the New Zealand win the first game. But if they lose the first game, I see a 3-1.
AJ says Sasha is the best player in the world. In an alternative universe.
AJ, just put the clip drift aside, my friend.
Yes, man. Stay off the drinks, man. Sasha's not in the top 5 of the world. Not top 10 at the moment.
No.
Because he can't kick. 3-1 Boks. I also think 3-1 or 2-2. I can't.
But listen, just going for that fly woman, you got a Mathieu Chalobert is 100 times better than Sasha. Sorry.
Look, there you go. But that's it for the show. Join us in around about 45 minutes time for the DEFCON Rugby show. But we'll see what happens there. So guys, just when we put that back out there, there's the logo. Thanks for joining the lineup. I think it's a very strong lineup to face Argentina.
Very strong.
And they will say,
Matty Dickinson, Sasha the best. Not even I'm that deluded.
No, he's not even the best South African.
No.
Chalobert isn't close. No, you're right. Chalobert is not close to Sasha's level. Chalobert is here, and Sasha's about here at the moment.
Yeah.
So when has Sasha last played a good game of rugby? He's been injured.
Wellington.
There you go. So, there we go. But that's the show for today, guys. See you in 45 minutes for the DEFCON Rugby show.
And don't forget to join us. Tomorrow we're going to have a little show there. It is halfway through the Curry Cup, and I'll be doing it with Yandu from Yandu Brunt's channel. We'll have a little tete-a-tete about the Curry Cup tomorrow. I'm
going to switch over the screen quickly just to show you. That is what's coming up there. The DEFCON Rugby show coming up soon, guys. In 45 minutes, join us for that. All right, guys. There you go. Ciao, ciao.